The hospice nurse greeted me at the door of the house. "There's not much time," she said. I was there to anoint an elderly woman who was actively dying. When I walked into the bedroom, the woman was in her bed, and her daughter was standing next to the bed. And frankly, I was a bit surprised because her daughter was washing her mother's hair. She had placed a small basin under her mom's head, and gently she worked the shampoo into a lather, massaging her mother's scalp. "Mom loves to get her hair washed," she said to me. "She always says how relaxed she feels whenever someone shampoos her hair." The daughter rinsed Mom's hair, dried it with a towel, and then kissed her mother's forehead. The daughter was filling her mother's last earthly moments with an act of gentle love. There were no more words to be said, just some warm water, a gentle washing, a towel, a kiss. The daughter looked at me and said, "That may be the last loving thing I can do for her." A privileged moment, holy and heartbreaking. It was holy and heartbreaking for Jesus and his disciples on Holy Thursday evening. At first it looked so simple, an act involving water, towel, and skin, a gentle bathing of feet when words were less and less possible. But it summarized Jesus' lifetime of loving, serving, touching, preaching. John's gospel describes an ordinary act in human life. No, not the washing of hair, but the bathing of dirty feet. It was holy and heartbreaking. Holy because the Son of God was the one who knelt down to do the washing. Holy because the one who came from on high stoops low enough and loves humbly enough to wash away the dust of the day. Holy because it reveals in one action the entirety of the gospel. Love each other as I have loved you. It's holy and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because in the face of death, Jesus does the last loving thing he knows to do. He touches them. He bathes them. He cares for them. Heartbreaking, because he knew this might be the last time he could reach out to each of them and feel his skin next to theirs. His last loving action for them. After all, in just a few hours, he would be betrayed and beaten and bloodied. Within 24 hours, it would be the women in his group who would be washing his skin, preparing him for burial after the crucifixion. But in that moment on Holy Thursday night, he picked up the basin, he tied a towel around his waist, and he washed them, he served them, he loved them as he always had. Did the disciples understand? Peter does not inspire confidence. But as Jesus concludes his foot washing, he says to the disciples, "I have given you a model to follow, so that as I have done for you, you should also do." In that moment, as his skin touched theirs, as the water washed away the dust of the day, did they understand that he was teaching all of us how to serve and live? In the midst of the Last Supper, Jesus arose from the table and picked up a towel. We are people of the table and people of the towel. On Holy Thursday, we are grateful for the table of the Eucharist, the meal in which Christ strengthens us. He strengthens us to serve and help and wash. People of the table, people of the towel, this is who we are called to be as we follow Jesus.